What's up, AfterBuzzers? Go ahead and wipe the sweat off your forehead because this was not an episode of Catfish, although we thought it would be. We're about to dive into episode 3 of 90 Day Fiancé before the 90 days, so stay tuned.
You're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
Go, Stacey.
This is a shout out to my sister because she's like,
go ahead and tune in, Stacey, sister. This was honestly a great one. It was a little slower than normal. What do you guys think?
I felt like I was watching for 5 hours.
Yeah.
To be honest.
Yeah.
Like just baby step, baby step, baby step. Like, you know what? Let's just have the meet already. Let's move this along.
Yes.
That's how I felt.
No, I definitely.
I was happy the couples actually met this time, though.
Yeah.
And there were a lot of awkward first time meetings.
There
was
was,
a lot
for
of
sure.
fraudulent behaviors.
But before
too.
we get started, I am your girl, Alex Bowers, and here are my wonderful co-hosts.
Hey guys, I'm Stacey Olivas. Woo! We're back for 90 Day Fiancé party.
And I am Linda Antwi, and man, this show just
Do you
has me
guys-
on its finger here.
Do you think they're kind of stretching the episodes?
Hell yeah.
Yes.
Like, I feel like not too much happened in this one, but it was like a 2-hour episode. It was
Yeah.
basically a movie.
They're
Yeah.
becoming movies.
Yeah. Goodness. All right. Well, who do you guys want to start with first? I'll let you guys choose today.
Can we start with Angela and Michael, please?
Definitely. Definitely.
She wants to go all
Now,
the
can
way in.
Can we go ahead and jump right into the Trump part?
Okay.
Where she's just bringing him all these gifts and everything is Trump. Make America great again. Try this hat on. Here's her bobblehead. Here's a t-shirt.
She was like shaking him. I'm going to trump you up.
I was so annoyed. Yeah,
I
and then
was
before she jumped on him.
super annoyed by that because I feel like, I don't know. I feel like Michael is like innocent in a way. Like he's thinking of Trump 2000. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like
yeah.
Trump reality show Trump, where everything was like Trump this, Trump Towers, Trump
Yes.
University,
Apprentice,
and all that
yeah.
stuff. But like President, anyways, we don't want to get all political, but
he's thinking
come
about
on now.
business Trump before
Yeah.
all of this presidency.
Yeah.
Like before all of that, no, I totally
Yeah.
agree, and that's why I understand the way he's thinking. He doesn't know what's really going on.
Yeah.
As soon as he gets to America, if he makes it, if he gets that green card, it's going to slap him in the face.
Yeah.
Goodness.
Yeah.
What were you gonna say?
I think he's just, he's fixated on the circa 2000 Trump, but I think he just wants to be successful. So I
Yeah.
think he thinks coming to America is going to make him successful, and Trump's going to help him do that. And
I agree.
I mean, he might go to middle America, so it might actually be a good
Now,
thing for him.
what did you guys think about his first reaction to Angela?
Oh my gosh,
Hilarious.
I loved it.
Hilarious.
And what we were
So
saying
funny.
before, like, could she have not, like, dressed up a little bit more? She had a hole in her leggings.
Yeah.
Those leggings do get holes easily, but
No, they
could've gotten
don't.
a
And
little
leggings,
spruced up.
go to Forever 21. You can get leggings for $4.
Yeah.
So stop
And
it
they'll-
right now.
and they'll stay in
Stop
shape,
it.
too.
Stop it.
Listen,
And
I feel like she could have gotten done up a little bit on the plane.
listen, traveling to Africa is a long journey.
Yeah.
It can take like 2 days, right? But what I'm saying is that there are bathrooms in the airport. Like, go to the bathroom, freshen up before you go outside. Like, those sweaty armpits were grossing me out.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, what? Wait, what?
Right.
You didn't even change? No.
The whole time, I'm just like, I just got to get to Michael. Let me get to Michael. Let me
Right.
get to Michael. Well, what about that first impression, girl?
Right, and then when she threw her bags down, I was like, you've never left the country
Yeah.
ever, because you would never do that.
She just threw her purse and her other
Unattended
bag.
bags. Like,
Yeah.
stop it.
I think, like, she forgets, like, I think she already knows that she has the people from 90 Day following her. So it's like, let me just throw my bags down. They'll get it. But at the same time, there's not that many people with
Right,
you to
not
the point
enough
where you can
production
just
crew.
expect someone to grab your bags for you. Who are you?
I think she's just like a young soul, like a teenage soul, where she's just like, oh my God, my boyfriend.
She was really giddy.
Yeah, I'm going to attack him. I'm going to clobber him. I'm going to tackle him and do it all.
Yeah.
She was excited, but his reaction when he was like, oh, she looks a little bit older.
A
Than
little bit older. She was like way older,
older.
than expected and bigger than expected.
I don't
And
think
you
he
know
wanted
what-
to sleep with her.
You know
What
what
were
that
you
was funny? Is like,
Yeah.
did you guys see the part where she kissed him and then he pulled out like a
and
do-rag,
wiped
his
it
mouth?
off. Oh,
She probably had like
God.
lip
Oh my
gloss on, but still, that was hilarious.
yeah, it was really, really funny. And I think what was also funny is when she was saying, we just need one bed, when the guy asked.
Yeah.
And then the guy behind the counter was just like, okay.
Which is super disrespectful. Like,
It is?
Like, in African culture is
Yeah.
a very, very Christian and very, very like male-dominated society. And I know that we talked about this a little bit, but like for the women to say, hey, yeah, we just need one bed in a hotel, we're checking in. It's very untraditional.
Yeah,
say
and the
that.
guy's look on his
Yeah.
face, the one that was checking them in, he was
Yeah.
like, "Are you kidding me?" He was
Yeah.
shocked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it was
Goodness.
hilarious, and I thought it was funny when he was like, "Angela has so much energy like a man."
Yeah. He kept
She's
saying
Because you were
that.
saying
Yeah.
like the culture out there,
Yeah,
it's not
like that. And when he said he was in shock and that she's loud and dramatic, I just laughed.
And you also pointed out while we were watching, he said he can deal with it for like 2 weeks.
Yeah, I should be able to cope with her.
For 2 weeks.
2 weeks. He's like, I think he knows
gosh.
once he gets over, he has like definitely a set plan.
Oh, I can't wait for next week because when she meets the mom and they're probably the same age. Oh, it's,
Goodness. She's in
it's
for
on.
a rude awakening.
What do you think's gonna happen?
I just think that the mom is not going to be impressed, and I don't think it's gonna. I don't know. I
We
think
can
it's
save
not
that for
gonna happen.
predictions.
Yes.
We can
Okay,
save that
okay,
for
because I'm
predictions.
so excited to see this.
The next couple that we'll hop on to is
Oh, can we just
Paul.
talk about one real quick thing?
Yeah,
How they spent
certainly.
the night together, and then the next day when they filmed him in the bed, and
Yeah.
she wanted to jump his bones again.
Yeah.
And then she actually said on TV, like, "Oh, like we
We
did it
went
like
3
three
times."
times." I was like,
I felt so weird, so grossed out from that. And he was like, relax, we got to go see my mom. We have to get ready. And she's over here, no, let's go again.
"Yeah, I felt
Girl, stop.
It's not like that over there. Like,
not like that in
Let the
general.
man
like,
lead.
calm down.
But
Like,
I
I
see-
get it that you haven't, gotten some for a minute, but keep your private.
That's
Calm
why
your
people
roll.
keep comparing her, like we did our last show, comparing her to Nicole.
I'm all about that.
Because this same thing, like she doesn't understand the culture. It's just like, and she's so madly in love with him more so than he is with her.
And
he
how
has
can
an
that-
agenda.
And how can that be? She just met him.
Yeah.
I think she really wants someone, guys. I think
Yeah.
she's really, I
Yeah.
hate to say it, but kind of desperate.
No, desperate.
I mean, a young
No.
guy's giving her giving her like,
Desperate
time.
is this next couple.
Okay.
We're about to hop into Darcy and Jessie. That is the definition of desperate. What do you think?
He's just mean. I don't know. I don't know what she sees in him, and I think there is like he puts her down and he's very condescending towards her, and it's really sad to see.
But staying on this desperate theme though, don't you see like how she's like very needy?
Because he's like taking, like he's not giving her anything, so she's like begging for love, like love me please, and who knows, like
Walk away. You have 2 feet.
Yeah, but
Walk away. There's no ring on your finger. You're not even engaged.
it's the idea.
There's not even commitment within this so-called relationship. If there's not commitment on both parts, you do have 2 feet, right?
Yeah, I think she's not making
I'm
the right
like
decision.
interrogating
I know.
you.
I'm like, it's like it's me.
picturing you as Darcy right now, and you're not. I'm just
no,
like,
I just think that she's probably smitten by him, by the idea of him, and maybe in some time he was really nice to her and like swept her.
That never happened. If
yeah,
you guys remember,
last season.
in season 1, he was terrible, and they fought all the time. They broke up all the time.
Parents were rude.
She left him. This has been a toxic type of relationship from day one.
Yeah.
And I
Definitely.
think it's more so because they have different styles of communication. I feel like Jessie's really controlling, and
Yeah.
she's feeling insecure because I think of her age difference with him and her having like more baggage than him. He's 24, he's just starting his life, so he's kind of has that macho bravado thing, like I can conquer the world. And I think that she gets put down by him a lot, and therefore that's where the insecurities come from, because like I said to you guys last week, this guy doesn't take responsibility for anything. Every time it's she did this, she did that. Her insecurities cause problems for the relationship. If she thinks that I'm going to be a stepdad, then she's wrong.
Preach.
Like, even with the kids, like if they're going to get attached to me too soon, they're in for a rude awakening. Like all of these things, like it's them. It's never him. And I think that that's part of the problem.
But I do think he's pretty fake, though. So he might tell her other stuff. Like he said when he met the daughters, he said something like, I'm shaking, can't believe it's happening already. So he is fake. Like he's faked in front of other people, but to her, he's condescending. It's like
He's
an
playing the
abusive
game.
relationship. Yeah,
But
so
that's
I
what
feel
an
like he
abuser
probably
does.
Yeah, he's abusive, and I feel like some way he manipulated her because she's beautiful. She has a lot going for her.
Yeah, she has
he
a
saw
company.
that. Yeah, he's bringing her down. I mean, she has more going for her than him.
do you think the daughters read through it? I feel like these 12-year-olds on this show,
Are smart.
they are smarter than
Yep.
any of the adults.
Yeah.
Do you think they read through them?
I think they've seen their parents in these situations, and like the daughter said, they're like, my mom likes being in serious relationships. So they've
is sad.
seen these. happen over
Yeah,
and over,
they
and their
notice.
mom get hurt, probably
Yeah.
crying, going through all the motions, and so they see it.
Yeah, and then when Aspen said how I just want them to take their time and get to know each other before they make any next steps, like that's wisdom right there. Listen to your daughters. I mean, they might be 12 and whatever, but they see already that maybe you're jumping into this way too quickly.
Right.
Future
And then
generations.
I feel like, well, I'm not a mom, so I can't judge, but as a mom, if I were a mom, if I had just got done saying in my confessional that me and the person that I'm in love with fight every day, we're on and off every day, I'm not bringing that I'm not going to introduce him to my kids.
No, because he's going to be mean to your kids. Why would you want someone to be mean to your daughter? If they're mean to you,
Right.
they're not going to be respectful to your daughters
Not for
eventually.
long.
Yeah, exactly.
Not for long.
I think it was funny when the daughter was like, he's a millennial, so maybe we like have some same trends.
Yeah. they threw a couple shots in
That's
there.
the only thing they could say.
They did.
But
Yeah,
Kimberly
that's
in the live
funny.
chat also said, Stacey, he couldn't treat her that way if she didn't allow it. Agree.
True.
Yeah,
True.
girl.
Preach.
2 feet. Go ahead and walk away. You thought he was gonna propose. He didn't. This is the time to get ghost.
And one last thing, he said when she was passing through like a crowd or whatever, and there was a wedding song going on. Did you guys see that?
Yeah.
When she was like, "Oh, it's like it's meant to be," and he's like, "Is it?" I was like, "Dude,
She's forcing it.
This
Like, she
guy
was
is
like-
mean."
She was like, oh, you guys go get a picture together. Let me get it. You're gonna be a stepdaddy. Like, what? You cannot force this on him. Well, she's not really forcing. He knows.
Hey,
but like,
2 to tango.
Stop throwing that in there.
Yeah.
Because it's really not doing anything but making him more nervous. He's got cold feet.
He doesn't have cold feet because he doesn't want to marry her. He hasn't wanted to marry her. Last season, when he went down on one knee and gave her that friendship ring, and her face dropped to the ground because she thought it was a engagement ring,
That is so
and he was like, "No,
sad.
it's not even a promise ring. It was a friendship ring." This dude is not trying to do anything. If he keeps telling you who he is, listen to what he's saying, because he's telling you directly that he's not ready. He's saying, "I'm not ready to be a stepdad." He said he's overwhelmed meeting her kid. Jessie doesn't want them to attach to him too soon. And like even the letter that he wrote her for her birthday, like stop it.
Yeah, no, I agree.
I think he gives her like little bits and pieces of like some love, and then he takes it back, and then he's mean to her.
I
Most
just
of the time.
think he's definitely
Honeymoon
just
phase
not
is gone.
not a lover. Let's say that. He's not a lover. He's definitely not a father. And another person who we don't know is going to pass that father test is John. We got Rachel and John, y'all. He just couldn't get it together.
John, though, like
He's a little loopy, huh?
that, and like he talks like I don't know, his communication skills are a little interesting to me. Like they're very
Like dumbed
limited.
down?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, definitely.
Very
I just feel like he
calm.
doesn't know who he is as a person. So I really don't think that he can be a father right now. He's still with his mom, living with his mom, and like he's just not an adult. He's not ready. And I feel like it's kind of being forced on him, but at the same time it's not, because you chose this before she even came over.
But I think it's also his personality, because someone was saying in the show that he puts everyone before himself. So maybe
Rachel
it's
said
another
that.
Rachel said that. So it's another way that he has to take care of someone else. So maybe he does take care of his mom, you know? Maybe he's like more of a passive type.
I think
don't know.
I think he liked the idea of being a dad from afar and the novelty of a kid. Because think about it, like kids are cute from afar.
Yep.
Sending pictures and seeing them on the screen, oh, they're so cute. But real life, like when he said, okay, when he was like putting the crib together, okay, as long as you like make the baby not cry,
Yeah,
right,
like
stresses me out. I was like,
Oh my
dude,
gosh.
you're
there's
in
no
for
control.
it.
Yeah. He was just doing the best he can, I feel like. But I feel like he did not want to be with her once he was just like, "Do you hear the baby?" And he ran upstairs.
Oh,
Did
yeah,
anyone
like
catch
when they-
that?
yeah,
it was
when they
time
were
for them to
about
like
to-
have an intimate
intimate
moment.
moment.
Did you see like in the there was like a little interview going on, and he was like, yeah, there's like, she even said there's like a little bit of chemistry, and they were like messing around with that, and I was
Yeah.
like, where is this going? Is
Yeah.
there chemistry between you two or not? And he
Right.
also said that she's a lot different from the girls he's dated in the past.
Yes.
Looking,
Yes.
look-wise.
Yeah.
He did say that a couple times, basically.
And then she mentioned that too, because she's like, I don't know what he was expecting, but I just had a baby 8 months ago. My body changed, this and this and this. So I think whatever that vibe he was giving, she felt it. Because that's why she said that, right?
Yeah.
Because he's all into working out and looking
Yeah.
fit and everything. That's hard for her. That must be
Yeah.
hard.
Yeah.
You just had a
But
baby.
I mean, he should be able to accept that. He wanted her when she was pregnant. Want her now.
True story.
Want her post.
Can we talk about how they were at this train station and then I was like, where are they walking to? Like, they walked forever. I was like, where are they going on foot with all this luggage? Like,
Yeah.
you
They like
didn't
walked
park
all the
at
way home, right?
Well, no, they walked for like, I don't know, it seemed like a long time, like 20 minutes. And then they got to the car and then they drove for another 3 hours.
Yeah.
That was so weird.
I was like, what's happening right now?
Let's talk about the relationship or the awkward meeting between her and the mom. How
The
weird.
mom was not feeling
She
it.
No.
was not. But like, I feel like she should have like given her a chance. Like, she's been traveling all this way. You've helped put the crib and everything together, and it seemed like you were for it at first. It seemed like she was like, "Okay, John, like I support you." And their little voice, I'm not good at this. Like, I support
You're not
you,
good
John.
at your English accent.
No, I'm really not. But like, I really do support you, John. And then when you actually meet the mother, it's like, oh well, good luck to you. I'll make you some tea if you're stressed.
It's really awkward, these like meetings, and I just think it's really sad how these kids are involved.
No,
And it's
definitely.
like,
I also
mean-
think that his mom Jackie knows her son, right? And she even said he's really fickle with women. So I think she's trying not to get attached because her first impression is that this is not going to last.
good call, Linda.
It is.
Yeah, because maybe he's gone through so many women.
Yeah.
And maybe
Yeah.
he's been through an experience like this.
Now, I'm going to say that the fans of 90 Day Fiancé do not give me that impression. I feel like they know a lot more because that's all they do is like dig, dig, dig. But I feel like they don't give me that impression. They give me an impression on every couple except Rachel and John, other than the fact that they just like, they'll talk about John's beard or whatever, show him like beardless and stuff like that. But do they
Yeah.
give you that impression that they're not going to last?
Oh, this couple lasts.
This couple is together right now.
Yeah, they're
Okay.
They're
married.
married.
You guys, why are you guys just teaching me this right now?
We talked about it last week. We'll talk about it a little bit more news and gossip, but this couple is not brand new. That was kind of some of the controversy with TLC because they were wondering like how did they get cast and acting like they didn't know each other
With the GoFundMe.
and with the
things of that
GoFundMe
nature.
and
Yeah,
all
they
that
had it
stuff
For their
And-
marriage previously. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what they paid
'cause-
for.
they paid to meet before. That GoFundMe page was for them to meet their fairy tale. And we'll talk about it more in news and gossip. But what I thought was interesting is one of the fans on 90 Day Savage Edition said, did you guys notice that when he was talking to Lucy, he's like, oh, Lucy, I missed you so much. And that's a weird thing to say for a baby that you just met.
Right.
So they were like, that's not a baby that he just met.
Unless it could have just been I'm used to talking to her on the phone every day or something. It could have been. But for the past 12 or whatever hours, I haven't seen her.
And maybe
maybe.
but maybe I think they have met before, and then maybe that's why there was the awkwardness in the bedroom scene. There's
I
the
can see it.
awkwardness with the mom,
Yeah.
awkwardness everywhere because they're like, shoot.
We gotta pretend that we don't know each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
And
probably
maybe
super
the mom
hard
doesn't
to
like
do.
her because there's already history from
Yeah,
some beef between
no,
them.
talk.
Yeah, definitely. All right, so it's now time to move on to one of my favorite couples, Ricky and the Ghost. And I say
The underage ghost?
Ricky and Melissa, yes, the underage ghost. I just say this is my favorite couple just because it's just really fun talking about Ricky's situation.
I like Ricky because I feel like he's a
Ricky.
romantic and he's like an optimist, and that's not very often that you see that.
Yeah, that's true.
But I'll tell you this: him waiting for 2+ hours for her to show up. That would never happen anywhere else.
Never in a million years.
And you know what? When he was like, "Oh, I'm going to give it to 9:15," I was like, "Dude, you're not leaving. You're
No.
gonna. If this takes till tomorrow, I can tell that you are the type of person that would sit and stay.
He would
Because in
stay.
your mind, you would be like, well, what if she showed up at 1:15 a.m.
Yeah.
and I had left?
All he kept saying was, I hate when people do stuff like this. I hate when people do stuff like this. But he didn't budge.
No, he didn't.
He was there
at all.
forever.
He was. I don't think anyone else would do that.
I was
No.
shocked though. I honestly thought he was catfished.
Yeah.
I honestly didn't think this lady was showing up or this girl was showing up, and lo and behold, Melissa showed up, and
I
it
didn't
was
think so
shocking
either.
to me.
It really was. Like my jaw was on the ground. And I think also because like in the preview they showed like a guy's feet walking up.
Yeah.
So I was thinking, yeah, it was a
Yeah.
guy's like legs and stuff walking
Yeah.
up. So I'm like, okay, well, we're about to figure out like what happened.
The
or whatever.
producers are messing with
Yeah,
us.
they're messing with our heads, but for it to actually be her. And did you kind of like the vibe that they had together, or it was a little awkward? At first, I really enjoyed like how funny he was and like sweet or whatever, and then after that, it just became like she wasn't really interested.
I think she's scared right now because he, like we said, she might be younger than what she is, what she
100%.
claims to be, because I
Yep.
mean, she does look pretty young with a lot of plastic surgery. And I think that she also mentioned that he comes on too strong, so she's had to like distance herself a little bit. Did you guys remember that in the
Yeah.
episode? She kind
She
of
said
said that.
he's,
So
like,
she's
very-
like, he's coming on strong. He's probably like, I love you. I want to marry you. Like all these things. You're like, dude, you haven't even met me yet.
Yeah,
How are
exactly.
you like claiming all this stuff? You
Yep.
don't even know me.
Yep.
So I think she's hesitant, just like another couple we'll talk about later. But I think she's a little scared.
So hesitant and underage.
Yes.
Underage.
For sure.
I definitely agree with that. And then did you peep how she dropped in, like, I have schoolwork? Mm-hmm. But I thought she was a nurse. I don't know, nurses, like, they study all the time, but, like, schoolwork?
I think she was scared to come.
Yeah.
I think.
Well, I think
or
there's
something
more.
else is going on.
I think there's way more going on. And even when she said it's complicated, so let's see what happens. I think that there's a lot more going on that we're going to slowly find out because, you know, these episodes are like 5 hours long.
Yeah.
So
We
we're
have
going to
to,
get to
like,
it.
yeah.
And he didn't take the time to actually, like, process what she was saying. It was just more like he was just dropping jokes or whatever like that. But
Yeah.
he didn't catch the same vibes that we did watching.
Yeah, and I thought that it was kind of sad that she's like, I like to dance. Like, can we dance? And he's like, oh, no, I don't dance. My mom, traumatized by my mom. Okay, well, I want to go horseback riding. Oh, no, I'm too fat. Like, I was like, okay, just stop it. Like, can
trying.
you, maybe try something and stop being so insecure or whatever, like self-deprecating or, you know, whatever.
Yeah, you can't be that when you want this hot woman.
Yeah.
No, but I think this is a common thing. I think these guys are looking for trophies, and I think they want to fix this girl. Like, okay, I have this image that I want of this beautiful woman to be that I'm going to marry. She's going to be exactly like this, and then she's not going to get any of her needs met, but she's going to meet all of mine. Because she's trying to, like, find common ground between the two and enjoy something with him, and he's like, no, me, whatever I want.
I agree.
And
And
it's a young girl.
I think
Go on
he'll
with
I
that.
think he'll realize that, and we'll get into that with predictions. Our next couple, Tariq and Hazel. Now, she was not playing any games with him, honestly. I'm not touching you. I'm not sleeping with you until
Good for
I'm
her.
married. She was straight up, I want to get back to the U.S. I don't want to ruin this chance. I think you're with your ex, basically, or I think that's where you stopped in Thailand. Did you think she was jumping the gun?
I mean, I think that she's not in it for him. She's in it to have a better life. So insert Tom, Dick, or Harry. Tariq is the guy. It doesn't matter who it was. As long as it's an American, as long as it's a way out for her, then she's going to go with it. But she I don't even think is attracted to him. And that's why it's so easy for her to be standoffish with him and like put the barrier up and say, I don't trust him and no sex before marriage and all of that stuff, because she even said it. She said she's looking for a better life. Money's important to her, and she's looking for a house and a man with a good job. She has a 6-year-old that she wants to get back, and the only way to do that is the salvation of going to America and living the dream.
Totally. And even Tiffany in the live chat said the way Hazel said that this is my only chance to leave. She said made me so sad. It was sad because she's like totally using him and she's straightforward about it. Like, I want to get to the US. I need to get out of here. He's my only chance.
Right. But I wonder if anyone actually watches these episodes and tries to like decipher whether like who's like the good ones and who are the bad ones, because honestly, she would be in the same boat as Michael. As far as coming over here. But do you think they look at any of this footage? Like, they're saying it on camera. This is what I want. I want to go to America to blah, blah, blah. Her, this is my only way out. Do you think that even matters what they're saying, or it can be used against them?
Well, I don't think that their partners know, right? They don't see this till after it goes to air. So they don't know how it's edited. They don't know what's said.
So the producers are just okay with it. Like, they're just like,
say what
it is
you
what
want
it
to
is,
say.
obviously, for the...
And I think it's kind of like going into this, they have to know it's kind of like a little contract between the two. Like, you marry me, I'm going to bring you over, you go along with my stuff, and I'll give you a better life.
I'll tell you this, Tariq's brother's on his way, and
I
he's
cannot
going
wait.
to blow this whole little situation up and over.
Definitely.
That's it.
But do you guys think Tariq really likes her? Like, is really in love with her?
Yes.
You think so?
Clear as day.
Yeah, when he said I never felt like this ever in my life, this could be the moment that changes my life. I was like, oh
Clear as
my
day,
God,
like-
you went to Asia last year, and all of a sudden you said you love Asian women, and in his mind, she is so beautiful. And he can't believe that he got her. So you know what? He's going to be blinded by that. And she's going to be able to run right through him.
Right.
She's rejecting him over
She is.
and over
But that's
and
his,
over.
That's his Asian Angelina Jolie.
Yeah.
He's not... I feel like if anyone on the show
Like an
actually
image
loves
created in
someone,
the head, an idea that
he loves her. If anyone on the show.
I think these couples need to like figure out what love actually is.
Same, but that's the journey that we're on with them. So that makes it fun. Our last couple, Paul and Kamini.
I can't stand him. I'm just going to say that right now. I can't stand him. I can't stand how insecure he is. I can't stand how he makes her take all these crazy tests all the time and then turns around and says sorry. And I think he has a ton of issues from previous relationships. I think that he underplayed his criminal background and the restraining order and why he got rearrested, because you don't just get a restraining order from someone sending you crazy too many texts.
Right.
And I just don't like him.
Did you think the parents saw through him at all? I feel like if anyone, the mom more so did. If you saw her face, well, the dad, he was an ex-cop, so he kind of knew, like, he was asking the questions, but the mom, she was sitting there like this the whole time. And then at the end, when the dad actually cracked a smile and was like, oh, okay, well, everyone makes mistakes, is when she kind of, like, let up a little bit. But I felt like she saw through him.
I think the parents saw through them. I think they want their daughter to have a better life.
Yeah.
And I think that's plain, simple, straight. That's how it is. And they just are like, whatever. But it's sad because her safety is at large.
Yeah.
Like, you guys...
Yeah.
She
She
said,
said,
I'm so
background
curious
of all
what he
this
does
stuff.
for a living. Do you know what I mean? Like, what does he do? He's 3 months off all the time, because last season he was there for 3 months.
Yeah.
And like,
I feel like
paying
he
for
might have said it,
hotels.
but maybe it's something like, is he not an engineer?
He might be.
Maybe is
I
he?
feel like-
if
I'm
you
gonna
guys
look
know
into it.
fans,
Yeah, please let us
let
know.
us
That's
know.
Powell's husband.
Yeah,
You are so right.
Yeah,
That is
Russ.
Russ.
yeah.
That's Russ.
Okay, maybe I just want Paul to be an
Does
engineer.
anybody know what Paul does? Fans, hit us up right now in the live chat. We want to know.
Definitely. So, do you think that Kamini actually loves Paul, though? Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. That's my answer.
I think she does. I think she's getting frustrated with him, though, because of all his, like, anxiety and, like, paranoia and worry about if she's cheating on him or whatnot.
Right?
I can't tell if she really loves him. I think that she loves the idea of a better life in America, and I think that she's putting up with a lot of stuff from him.
I think she's good at hiding the whole better life situation because, well, the idea that she just wants a better life, because unlike a few other people in this show, she's not like just like straight up about it. She takes
Yeah.
a lot more from him than
Yeah.
the other couples would.
Absolutely.
So it's kind of like really hard to tell. I agree with you. It's time to get into our favorite time.
Yay!
What is it?
News and gossip?
Yeah.
News and gossip.
AfterBuzz TV News.
Did we get the media for the news and gossip?
Yes, we got it.
Awesome. Let's pull it up.
It's time.
Oh my God, this one made me laugh so hard.
Angela.
You guys, so
Goodness.
I really shout out to that 90-Day Fiancé Savage Edition Facebook group. They posted this, and if we can enlarge it a little bit, I'll read it. Is it me, or does Angela actually look like Trump when she was wearing this baseball cap? Maybe that's why Michael likes her a lot.
Oh,
And, right? She looks
my
like it,
goodness,
right?
she does.
Savage
look just
Edition,
like
you guys
him.
are hilarious.
Yeah, but look, does that not look like Donald a little bit?
It really does.
It really does, right?
That
Next
is so
one.
funny.
Okay, so you know how last episode Angela bought Michael's mom a purse?
Yes.
Yeah.
So we found that purse on Amazon. It's like
guys are
$30, and people are talking crazy about it just because it's a really, I mean, to each their own for fashion, but
Yeah.
it's an ugly bag to me, and the
Right.
scripture on it is just crazy.
It's just very trashy.
So yeah, trashy. So it was funny that we were able to find it.
Hot or not?
Hot or not?
I think it was a nice gift.
Hot or not, Stacey? Be honest.
I
Hot
mean,
or
a
not?
gift is a gift.
Stop it.
Wrong answer.
I like Angela.
And next
Stop. She's fun.
Oh, okay. So this one was an interesting one for me as well, because this is the Melissa girl. So if you look on the left, that's Melissa and the pictures that she sent to Ricky, and
Yeah.
on the right is them in real life, and they've blown it up a little bit, and she kind of looks nothing like the photo.
At
now
all.
she looked like the photo a little bit in the meeting, right? But she
Yeah.
had braces, and I felt like she looked a little bit younger. But I think we're going to see more of her, and part of the reveal and why it's complicated.
Now, looking at this picture, just looking at it, I thought this was like some type of cheating scandal. Maybe he got caught with someone else. But what? Melissa, different looks, okay.
Okay, and then the next one. Okay, so this is what we were talking about a little bit earlier. So this is Rachel and John and their online presence, and we talked about it a little bit last week. But they had met before, and they had a follow. I have to look it up, but it was like a follow our journey is what it was called. And so if you guys want to follow them on Instagram, it's follow our love journey. And it's not brand new. This is something that has been
Fairy tale. Yeah.
thank you. Follow our fairy tale. So it's not like it just happened yesterday.
Yeah, this has been for
it's been for a while. And someone said it was like June 2017.
How did this not get discovered before they went on the show?
Well, I mean, I don't know, you guys. I don't know.
These are
Social
important
media.
receipts. Yeah.
The receipts, right?
The receipts.
They need to hire some of the fans as like on their research
Investigative,
team.
yeah.
Yes.
They need to-
Reporters,
seriously,
PI
some of these
work.
groups, you can hire the people in the 90 Day Fiancé Savage group.
Or the
Yeah.
They got
reality,
it.
what is it, the
Or
T?
the- yeah.
98 group?
Okay, and then the next one. So John and Rachel both have separate Instagram accounts, but they also have a joint Instagram Follow Our Fairy Tale and Facebook page titled Follow Our Fairy Tale, where they document their journey as a long-distance couple. But as StarCam previously reported, the About section of their Facebook page lists a second Instagram account with the handle @SupportTheFairyTale, which has been deleted since. But the couple still use the Support the Fairy Tale hashtag in a handful of posts on the Follow Our Fairy Tale Instagram, with some dating back as far as June 2017.
This is just too much.
Guys!
All right, so I mean, are we being took? I don't know.
Yeah.
All
they're-
right, and then the next
90
one.
Day Fraud.
Yeah.
90 Day Fraud. This 90 Day Fraud. This one was funny because so this one they have
Why did they do her like this?
Is this a Savage Edition again?
it's Savage Edition.
You
It says-
guys are too much.
So,
But I love it.
okay, so it says 3% of you need to have your eyes examined immediately. Do they look alike? 3% said yes.
Listen, as long
She's
as
cute,
long as
though.
he
She's
feels like
cute.
she's Angelina and he has to be with her,
In his
that's all that matters.
eyes,
But that is actually
that's
really
his-
funny.
I thought
You
it
guys
was
are
hilarious.
savages for real.
Okay, so on a recent video, there was Jessie flying in a helicopter. A fan asked, "Was this for the Bachelorette or just you? Please take me with you. You inspire me to live my life and end my relationship, so I'm ready for something real." To which Jessie responded, "Love this, as you spark me in the same way." Another fan asked, "Love you." And it goes on and on and on. But basically, the fans have found out that Jessie is on the international version of The Bachelorette.
What?
Yeah. So if this is true, and according to his Instagram, then, you know, that doesn't say much about where this relationship is going to go this season.
This is tragic.
We need to find someone for Darcy.
Listen.
We need to find someone for Ricky.
Jesse is really all about the camera time, though.
Yes.
So we're not surprised. Even last week in our news and gossip, we saw him on
posing and doing his thing on Instagram.
and but yeah, putting it in his credits. You know, he just wants for y'all to know that he was here.
He's a reality star.
Goodness, Jesse, do better.
Oh
Who's
yeah,
next?
so Paul sent this to me, and 90 Day Reality Instagram sent this to me. Reality T or 90 Day
Reality
T, right?
90 Day Fiancé
90 Day
T.
Fiancé T. There we go. Sent this to me, and it was just an interview they recently did with a blog or a website. And one of the questions was, "How did you two meet and feel that you should how did you two meet and feel that you should rather marry despite the distance?" This is what Paul and Karini. And Karini said, "We got married just because of the distance, to be able to stay longer together. Before we even met and helped the program, we already planned a marriage and family together." So they got married for the distance.
So are they already married? Is that what that's saying?
Yeah, pretty much.
Basically,
And then she was also asked, what is the biggest cultural shock you think you faced with Paul? And she said, "It's not a shock, but I noticed that Paul is moving away from people. It's in a new country. It should go out. It should go out and meet new places, different foods, but not. He prefers to stay in his. I do not know if this is his culture." I think because of language.
Yeah, but
it's kind
this-
of hard to read this a little bit.
I think regardless, he's kind of like to himself.
Yeah.
Like that, I just feel like that's who Paul is. I mean, other than like his criminal past, he clearly had a few friends that were maybe leading him in the wrong direction. It's basically what he was saying earlier. But I really do think he's like one of those
loner type?
guys, that are like think of the
Thinking a lot. Do you
I think I put him in the crazy box.
Yeah, he's in the crazy box for sure.
Yeah.
TLC. Do we pass it? Can we go back one? Oh,
No,
okay.
that was it.
Okay.
Okay, and this also was the marriage license between Rachel and John, I believe. Yeah. And they're married. They've been married in England and in New Mexico. So marriage certificate in New Mexico.
Okay. We got about 2 more and then our videos. What does that say? It's pretty dark. It's a picture of John and Rachel kissing. It says, this kiss was 1.5 years in the making. It was supposed to be so romantic. Explosions, fireworks, the melting of one soul into another. But instead, we recoiled. Am I saying that right? That sounds so weird. Recoiled in horror, because all any of us could do could think of were the chunks of blue. Were the chunks he blew on the sidewalks of London just prior to this, and she's running her fingers through his beard looking for leftovers. Yo, that was right after he threw up.
Yeah, it was gross.
But he did pull out the toothbrush.
Yes, that was
but
gross.
that's still so gross. There was no water. Where was the water? How do we know it's all out of there?
That was gross.
It was just
Love
like he was
is
just on the
love.
sidewalk.
Love is love.
So I thought this was funny. TLC posted this on 90 Day Fiancé T. It's just some of the behind the scenes stuff. Over the course of 2 hours at the restaurant, Ricky checked his phone 33 times to see if he had a text message. Hashtag 90 Day Fiancé. John asked Rachel if he tasted like breakfast when she kissed him, then admitted to her that he threw up before meeting her. It took a little longer than expected to start the journey back to John's house because John forgot where he parked in London, which makes sense when I was asking why were they walking so far. Hazel is one of 12 siblings. She has 4 brothers and 7 sisters.
Wow.
On the way to the hotel, Michael received many phone calls from his friends asking if Angela really showed up. Michael especially loved the Trump bobblehead, which he said he planned to stick in the dashboard of his car. Lucy was fascinated by John's beard and kept grabbing it when he was feeding her. When Tariq and Hazel failed to realize was that the sofa was actually pulled out to make a sofa bed.
Oh my gosh. We
And-
need some problem solving skills in this group.
In addition to the legal drama, Paul also included a letter of recommendation that a chief of police wrote on his behalf. So there you have it.
So maybe there is some good involved later. No.
We need some like critical thinking skills.
I just really don't. I can't erase this past.
I think
But
we
it's
should
all
take
good.
some of the no.
First video.
Okay.
Let's see what this first video is.
Is this the Maury?
I don't know,
See
but
if it'll
let's play
play.
it. Okay. So if we can fast forward this to maybe like the 2-minute mark.
Day with this mantra.
We know these people.
Another day.
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
Scotty and Terry had another daughter named Orion. And so why would the grandmother be back? Because Angie again thinks that Terry is not the father of this child either.
Linda.
I had to do it.
Yes, sir. I was born with a kidney disease.
You're on dialysis?
Yes, sir. I'm on dialysis right
And
now.
your little one.
Is sick with the same thing I have. Yes, sir. She's 5 months old. So not
And
only do
you're-
I go through my child being sick, telling she can't even leave the hospital, then I have to hear my mom telling me that's not his child.
She says she witnessed something.
This is what she's seen.
not true.
My ex came to my mom's house and she wasn't there. So I pulled up and he was there. He wanted to go in and freshen up. I let him in mom's house. He came out, he was freshening up.
Okay, so
She-
Angela, Angie, Maury, you know it's never good when you're on the Maury Povich show talking about your own daughter being, you know,
Tragic.
tragic. Yeah, I'll go with that.
And this is a tape of Tariq. This was his I think his tryout.
My name
I
is
don't know.
Tariq. I'm 43 years old, and I'm from Virginia Beach, Virginia, the most beautiful city in the country. I have never been married. I have a 5-year-old daughter. I traveled to Asia one time, and I was hooked forever. You know, the women were just so beautiful and everything I ever wanted. So my Asian Angelina Jolie, her name is Hazel.
I'm Hazel. I'm 25 years old. I live in Philippines, Manila.
Well, Hazel and I met when I was on AsiaDating.com, and I saw one. It was Angelina Jolie, but the Asian version. Gorgeous, beautiful body, everything.
I'm
I
so
look-
I'm
We
so
can
done
go
with
ahead
him.
and
Okay.
stop right
We
there.
The end.
The most dramatic man in America, right there for you guys.
I mean,
Tariq.
come on. Is that not going to scare you if you met a guy and he was like that?
Yeah, like very like overbearing.
It's too much.
It's way too much.
Pull it
But I
back,
don't think
be a
that's
little
why she's
mysterious.
not. She doesn't want him. I think she already went in with the mindset of what she knows, as
Yeah.
we talked about earlier. So
Yeah.
now it's time for our special segment.
Let's do it.
I have a couple questions.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
This special segment will be a little short, but I do have some good questions.
All right, let's do it.
Would you be jealous if your boyfriend had a layover in the same country as your ex?
No, that's weird. That's too much.
Nope. My answer is no.
Absolutely not.
That's stupid.
Honestly, if there's trust, well, without trust, there's no relationship. So,
But how could trust have been built between them if you're just talking online?
Right, and you've
True.
never met him.
True.
So
True. Would you wait any longer than 30 minutes for a date to show up?
Heck no, techno.
Especially when they're not answering your text. Like, come on.
My next one, you will not need the signs. How early would you be willing to introduce your kids to a new relationship? What's the earliest?
I don't have
Oh
kids.
my God, I don't have kids, but I feel like if you
Yeah,
have
if you had kids, I'm sorry, guys.
it would be responsible of you to like take your time before you introduce. You shouldn't have men in and out of your children's lives, I think. So I don't know, like a year.
Yeah, about a year, year and a half.
Okay. I agree. I'd probably say 2 years though.
Because then they're not.
I'm gonna double you.
I feel like the kids too, like it creates like a cycle. So maybe they think that's normal in the future
Right.
for
Yeah.
themselves, and then
Right.
also they're gonna not really take you seriously, and the respect is like gonna go out the door.
And definitely if you have girls. But okay, really quick, my last question before we wrap. Do you think that Tariq wants kids with Angela? Do you think that he actually
he
wants kids
wants
with
the
her?
full-
Or do you think he's done now that he does have a daughter that has her own issues?
No, he wants
Yes.
kids. He wants kids for sure.
I agree.
Yeah,
I
Wants
agree.
to marry her,
Lock her down.
knock her up with a couple.
Yeah, and say, this is my hot Asian Angelina Jolie.
Have little
agree.
Jolie babies.
Yeah.
Well, that's all for us today, this week. But we will be back next Tuesday, as usual, at 7 o'clock. You can follow me all over social media. I'm Alex Bowers. You can follow me all over at Hey Alex Bowers.
Hey guys, I'm Stacey Olivas. You can follow me all over social media at Stacey Olivas. And you guys hit us up in the comments. Keep showing us some dirt. It's getting overwhelming, but
5
we love
stars
hearing it.
on
And guys,
iTunes.
you know it's Linda Antwi all across social media. You can find me at Linda is So Girly. Hit us up.
Bye.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.